news, everyone. Good news. Still Scrolling is back on your feed. It's cold outside. It's literally snowing outside where I am. I hope you guys are staying warm. I'm one of your hosts, Justin.
I'm your other one of your hosts, Derek, and it's not snowing here, but we are about to embark on the annual 57 and a half hours of cold weather in South Florida, and I'm very excited.
Oh, okay. And now for the weather with Steph.
Hi, I'm your weather girl, Stefania, also another co-host of Still Scrolling. Welcome back to the weather. Locally, it is now currently 54 degrees outside. We're going to see a nice chill in the evening. We're into cold weather now. It's that time of the year, deep into November. And this week, you're going to see a little bit of rain on Wednesday. Sunny tomorrow, hey, but rain on Wednesday. Maybe a slight drizzle.
You're just making this
area.
up, are you? Like, what?
I'm serious. I'm serious.
You know what though? Good for her, because
you know what? You picked it up.
If I had a nickel for every time Justin put you on the spot to just give a weather report, I'd have 2 nickels. Because he's done it before, and it was with the weather, I think.
Yeah,
right?
He was.
Listen, Still Scrolling. It's all about, random weather reports here. But we have so much to talk about because so much happened last week. And this is one of my favorite segments that we're starting. It's called Quick Hitters. Have you guys heard of it? It's a pretty fun time, It's where we quickly give our thoughts about the stories that came out, that don't deserve a full segment. Are you guys ready for some quick hitters? Are you ready?
Hit me.
I was born ready.
Okay, number 1. Did you guys hear that Oscar Isaac may want to come back to Star Wars, but he's a little scared about coming back to Disney about the way they treated Jimmy Kimmel? Derek, is this a thumbs up or a thumbs down for you?
This is a double thumbs up from me to Oscar Isaac. Oscar, you're from down here, and you're half Cuban, and I like that about you already. I did not like how much you made me hate you in Frankenstein. You did a great job, so good that you made me actually hate you as a person. But you're winning me back here. You're winning me back here, standing up for something that's right, and not wanting to deal with Disney as they succumb to fascism. So I love that. I think it's really good.
That happened a little bit ago. It feels like it happened yesterday, but we already forgot about it. So, Steph, is this a thumbs up or a thumbs down for you?
This is a thumbs up for me. I totally agree with what he's saying about, wanting to come back to something that he loves, but it's hard because the host company that runs Star Wars is Disney, and the way they treated Jimmy Kimmel this last few months, was just something that was not right. And when you have views like that, especially in Hollywood, it can get a bit controversial because you want to work for these companies. You have dreamed about them like as a kid or like growing up, whatever. Like, this is where I want to work. This is what I want to do. And then they do something stupid that you don't agree on. And then it's like, that just ruined my whole view of your company. One small thing like that ruins your whole view of a company. And you don't know how to get back from that.
It's rough. I'm going to give this a thumbs middle. Because I'm not going to lie to you. I think we're done with Poe Dameron for a long time. You know what I mean? And I think Oscar Isaac is better served when he's out of the franchise world. I think he's a better actor when he's out of the franchise world. And the fact that he doesn't like fascism is a plus. So I know you want to come back. I'm going to have to slightly bend it because I don't think we need any more Poe Dameron at the moment.
How about we get him back as Moon Knight? Because where is Moon Knight? What happened to Moon Knight?
Where is he, Bob?
Where is he, Bob?
Got lost. He had
Where's
a
Moon
third
Knight, Kevin?
personality and got lost. He's sleeping with the fishes in the Disney stream. It's over. Moon Knight's done, y'all. Anyways, speaking of being done, did you guys see that the new Michael Jackson biopic released a trailer last week? Word on the street is that is now the most watched biopic trailer of all time. Mind you, this movie has had a couple of problems because they had to redo the entire ending, and now they're just releasing the first part as its own own movie. Stefania, is this a thumbs up or a thumbs down for the Michael Jackson biopic?
This is a thumbs up. I am super excited for this movie. The only other biopic that I saw was Bohemian Rhapsody, and I absolutely love Bohemian Rhapsody. So I'm very excited to see this. I'm very excited to see his nephew, Jafar, right? That's his name?
Mm-hmm.
Jafar
Yeah.
Jackson.
Jafar Jackson, I'm really excited to see his nephew in this role. I was watching the trailer and I was like, that they did such a fantastic job with like the costuming, the makeup, the hair, like all of it. I'm sure Michael would be so proud of him in this role. I think he's gonna kill it.
Okay. Derek, is this a
Or he's
thumbs
gonna
up or a
beat
thumbs
it.
down? Oh, that was good.
Oh.
Clever. Derek, thumbs up, thumbs down.
I don't know. I'm undecided yet, but I do think that this movie looks bad. That was a joke. I'm sorry.
Hey, I get it. I get it. I see what you did there.
No, generally speaking, biopics are weird for me. Because sometimes you get like a really good biopic and you're like, oh shit. But then other times you get biopics like the what's his name? Neil Diamond biopic, where they just slapped a wig on Hugh Jackman and called it a day, and
Yeah.
That's
it's
Neil
just kind of
Diamond.
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I didn't think
that's
it
a
was
Neil
Neil.
Diamond
Wait,
pick.
what?
That's why they're singing "Sweet Caroline" in the trailer, because it's
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Neil
didn't know
Diamond.
it when I first saw it either.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Hugh Jackman
yeah,
is playing Neil Diamond.
yes.
What?
Yep.
His name isn't on. You know what? Never mind. Anyways, go ahead, Derek.
Yeah, exactly. So it could go either way when it comes to biopics. I think it's definitely one of those the King of Pop type of situations here. So they're not gonna give him the Neil Diamond, Hugh Jackman treatment. We can already see that they've given more detail to it, put a little bit more effort into at least the look. So that's good. I like that. We'll just have to wait and see till it comes out. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it either way.
But you know what's funny is that you get that one frame of Miles Teller in the trailer,
Yeah.
and everyone was like, "This actor looks so unrecognizable in the Michael Jackson biopic," and it was Miles
he doesn't.
Teller, and I was like,
Yeah.
"I clocked that man like that when I first saw
Yeah.
him. What do you mean
My
he's
first thought was like,
unrecognizable?"
oh shit, Miles Teller's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dang.
It's just because of long hair.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little weird. I mean, okay. I'm gonna give this story a thumbs up, but a tentative thumbs up. I don't want to say middle because the
Yeah.
trailer looks good. I was like, they nailed it. They nailed the clothes. They nailed the songs. He nailed the Michael Jackson voice. I was like, Jesus. But I am tentative because it feels as though the family feels a little too close for comfort on this biopic. And what I mean by that is sometimes when you're making a story about a historical figure, the more the family is involved, the less honest and less good the movie is, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that, like, I don't think Michael Jackson has had a good biopic ever. I don't think he had, except for that one, like, Jackson 5, like, show that came out a while ago. That was, like, before Steph was born. I don't know. Like, it was before your time. It was, like, a whole thing. They did the whole thing with the Temptation. Anyways, I think enough time has passed between like Michael Jackson's passing and now that we can tell an honest conversation about Michael Jackson. Will we get that with this? I don't anticipate that, but it looks good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But we're gonna keep it moving with more quick hitters. Did you guys get a chance to vote for the mayor of the United States last week? Because Zoran Mamdani is now the mayor of New York. He fought a hard battle. He fought Cuomo and some guy in a red hat. It was a whole thing. Derek, is this a
Curtis
thumbs up
Sliwa.
or a thumbs down?
It's going to be 2 thumbs up, which is just as many times as I voted for him in the general election.
Oh,
No, obviously that's a joke. One, because you can't vote twice for the same person in one election, but also I don't live in New York. But I would have voted for him. I think he is very much aligned with where I am politically, in the sense that, like, yeah, capitalism is good and that's great, but we need regulations. We need to make sure that even though there's rich people, there are no poor people, right? I like the dude. I think he's relatable in the sense, or sorry, not relatable, because he's just a rich guy. But he is accessible to the normal person, and I like that, because the more access that normal people have to politics, the better. Yeah. So I'm happy. I'm
Steph, is
happy
this a
America has a new
thumbs
mayor.
up or yeah, America has a new mayor. Way better than the last one. Steph, is this a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
This is a thumbs up, baby. Mamdani Mets, baby. Let's go Mets. Let's go Mamdani Mets, baby. Thumbs up. Yeah, it's a thumbs up for me. I voted with my brain in my head from my home, because I don't live in New York.
Don't
but
dox yourself.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. I don't live in New York. But I am. I'm very excited to see the future of New York City, taken away from Fisk, and in the hands of Mamdani. I also agree with what Derek is saying. You know, this is a step up, right? This is a great step up in the future that we would like. Also, I just want to mention that there was a lot of other elections going on that night, right? A lot of red have turned blue in some states.
True.
So that's also another great direction we're heading in. But like Derek said, you know, we still have to get rid of this power from the rich. We have to decrease their power, because us little folk here, hi, it's hard out here. Okay, it's really hard out here, mentally, sometimes physically, and financially, especially. So we're headed in a good direction. I can't speak for all of New York, but I know that they're very excited. So
True. You guys brought up some really, really good points. And I echo all of them. So I have to bring up some very silly points, okay? I'm excited for Zoran Mamdani because he seems like the mayor that could safely appear in a children's television show. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, okay,
Yeah.
hear me out. Where it's like, if Zoran was like on the next episode of Sesame Street, you can be like, oh my God, Mr. Mayor Mamdani is on Sesame Street. And no one would probably have a problem with that. You know, if Eric
Yeah.
Adams comes on Sesame Street, like, oh gosh, here comes the rent price. It's going to go up on Elmo's apartment. Like, it's over.
if,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
or if Curtis Sliwa went on Sesame Street, Emma will be like, "Hey, Curtis," and Curtis will be like, "I got shot 5 times. John Gotti tried to kill me in a cab." You know, Sliwa's insane, and it was pure entertainment. It was a great time listening to Curtis Sliwa speak, because it was just so unhinged, and at any moment you had absolutely no idea what he was going to say. That's awesome. That doesn't make for great politics, but I enjoyed that over any of the other options aside from Mamdani.
True. Do you think Mamdani would believe the Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
Would
Yeah.
he? That's the real test.
He'd be like, "Oh shit. Okay, can you give me some like fact-based evidence and proof to review?" You know? Like, Bill Murray would not be calling anybody in Mamdani's administration dickless, right? Like, you know that famous scene from Ghostbusters where he's like, "Dickless over here," and then the mayor's like, "Is that true? Yes, this man indeed has no dick." That wouldn't happen in Mamdani's administration just out of pure like we're doing these things based off of facts and actually trying to affect change as opposed to like I'm just in office and it's more of the same.
Would Mom Dottie support Spider-Man?
Dude,
Would he? Would he
of
be like,
course he's
these
Daredevil.
menaces on the street?
He's Daredevil. He is
He
literally
does
a
look
Charlie
like
Cox
Charlie Cox.
body double.
Hold on, let me
Yeah.
find a picture. They
Yeah.
look weirdly alike. Like, I know Halloween has passed, but bro,
Yeah.
just put on the suit. Just wouldn't that be so funny?
Yeah.
Like,
That would make
And,
so much more sense with the whole like beating Wilson Fisk in the run
Yeah.
for mayor for New York.
Yeah. Eric Adams is a wannabe Wilson Fisk. He literally got caught because of Sabrina Carpenter's music video, which
Wait,
is like,
is that
dude,
how he got
if that's
caught?
all it took. Yeah. So
Hold
Sabrina
on,
Carpenter
rewind.
filmed
I
a
don't
music
remember
video.
this. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sabrina Carpenter filmed a music video in a church.
Right.
And you know how her music videos are always like killing dudes and all this stuff. So
Right.
people were like, this is sacrilegious, filming this video, this type of content in a church. So that church got a big kind of spotlight put on it. And it was part of Eric Adams' corruption scheme, taking donations illegally or something like that. I don't remember specifically. But it was involved in that. So it led to Eric Adams being investigated and indicted on corruption charges.
What?
Dang.
Yeah. If she
Are
she
you
wouldn't have done that,
serious?
yeah.
I actually had no idea about this. This is breaking news to me, actually. Like, this guy is Daredevil. Actually, has Daredevil
Yeah.
ever been... Has Daredevil ever run for mayor in the comics?
I don't.
I
Not that
don't
I
know.
know of.
No.
That's a good story.
Probably not.
Someone write that down. Write that down. Okay, we have
Write
to
that down.
keep
Write
it
it down. Write it down.
moving.
Write it down.
Speaking
Copyright.
of writing
Copyright.
things down, the guy who plays Blue Beetle, Zolo, right? He got some work again, but not as a superhero, but as a pirate, because he's going to be playing Ace in the new season of One Piece live action. Season 2 is about to come out. Steph, is this a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
She doesn't care.
You know what I'm gonna say?
I don't
You
know
already
what
know.
you're gonna say.
I've never
got it.
seen One Piece.
Yeah.
You know
I've
what?
never-
Let's just end the show right now. It's over. We're done. It's okay.
Guess
I
John
haven't
Goofy over
finished
here
One
is,
Piece, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who are you to talk?
Oh, listen. It's not. Listen, I can explain.
A lot of people haven't finished One Piece, okay?
Derek, have you finished One Piece?
No. But I think that's a
Look it
lot
up.
normal than a lot of people want to admit because it's such a long series. It's a really long running series.
But anyways, Steph,
Oh.
is this a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
I would say it's a thumbs up because he got more work.
Yeah.
So, sometimes it's hard out there for actors to consistently get work. So but I do want to see him as Blue Beetle again. I will mention that. I would love to see him again as Blue Beetle.
But
yes, this is exciting for him.
Again.
What? Don't say that. The movie was so good. It was fun.
Yeah.
The movie was fun.
Derek, is this a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
This is a thumbs up, huge thumbs up. I love seeing Sholo do anything, really. I think when the first season of the live action One Piece came out, people already were kind of saying like they were fan casting him as Ace already, right? Because Stefania, they're brothers. So the two anime characters you see there on the screen, right? Anime is Japanese animation.
Yeah,
right?
I know what anime. Anime is. You
The
forget
one
I've
on
seen
the right,
Demon Slayer.
yeah. So, that's right. Yeah, you have.
Good.
The one on the right, that's Luffy, and then the one on the left is Ace. I'm sure
Mhm.
you're familiar with at least Luffy.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be, they're half brothers. So I think this is a perfect casting because they look like they could be cousins or something, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's spot on from a casting perspective. And I'm excited for it, right? The One Piece live action is different than the anime. I think that's where my biggest kind of complaint about that show is always going to be. is that they're condensing these arcs and these stories into like 10 episode seasons. That's tough, right? But casting wise, I think it's been done very well from the entire crew so far, even Chopper, which is now Michaela Hoover, which is Cat Grant from Superman. So I think they're doing really cool stuff with One Piece in general. This is just the latest part of it.
I have a hot take. This is good casting. I think we have to be real with you guys. These two men look nothing alike. I think they're just both Mexican dudes or have Mexican
Yeah.
descent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember like I went to high school with someone like they're like, "You look like Don Cheadle." I'm like, we're just two black dudes at that point. I don't see the resemblance. I think these are just two Mexican dudes. That being said, I'm really excited to see how they do this in live action. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the only crime in the show is that we didn't get enough time with Ace, so I'm hoping that we get more time with Ace in the live action. So
They
I
might
think
change
this
that.
is maybe we'll see. No spoilers, but like I just hope we get a long time with Ace.
I'm
Speaking
wondering
of
if
go.
I'm wondering, I know it's a quick hitter. I just want to say maybe they're introducing him in season 2 as a surprise. And maybe that's where the whole, and he'll be mainly in season 3 or whatever. So maybe we'll get a little bit of extra time with him in that way.
Maybe. I don't remember the cartoon, to be honest with you. I remember bits and pieces. But anyways, speaking of bits and pieces, there was an article that came out last week about boyfriend culture. It's called "Is Having a Boyfriend Embarrassing?" Have you guys heard of this article?
Yes.
Okay.
I heard of
People
it.
were
I
livid.
did not read it.
Okay.
Yes.
Long story short, I wrote it. It was by Vogue. Long story short, the author has noticed that women are now, there's this culture of hiding your boyfriend because people will unfollow, unsubscribe, whatever, when they realize that you are partnered. And so there is this whole culture of just showing the hand, maybe not, or saying nothing until you're either engaged or married or having a child with this person. So, Steph, is this a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Is having a boyfriend embarrassing?
Uh, I guess I'll expose myself real quick. I don't. I can't say yes or no because I've never had one. But
What?
I
Stefania!
we've talked about this,
Wait,
guys.
really? You've never had a boyfriend?
No.
She's
What?
independent. All the women who independent.
Copyright
throw your
strike.
hands up at me.
So I don't know what to give the thumb up, thumb down. But I have seen even before this article came out, people like women on socials who have showed that they have a partner or a boyfriend specifically. They address that they lose followers from that. So it's not a new thing. It does happen.
Derek, is this a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
Quick question. Who wrote the article? Was it a man or a woman?
A woman by the name of Shantae Joseph.
Okay. How's her article history? Is it very...
What
How
do you
does
mean?
it skew? Because sometimes there's a few writers out there that all they're doing is like this rage bait, masked
If you read, I highly
propaganda
recommend
type.
reading the article because it's
Okay.
it's not like that. I promise.
I'll
it's
read
not.
it. I'll read it. Yeah, no, I'll read it. But off of what I've heard so far, it sounds very much like an article that came out a few days ago that was like, did women ruin the workplace? Right? And it's kind of like, what? No. Like, men have been in charge of the workplace significantly for years. What are you talking about? For decades, centuries even. I don't think it's embarrassing having a boyfriend. I think what's embarrassing is being a dude on the internet who can't interact platonically or rationally enough with women to where like you only follow them if they're single.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what's embarrassing.
Yeah.
So, you know?
Interesting. Okay. I I I don't think that this is not a guy bashing thing at all. You know,
Right.
but I think she is dead on the money that people are weird about relationships online in like a
Mhm.
weird like it is something I have experienced that people are just I don't know, like it's like this parasocial relationship that people have
Mhm.
that they want you to have, you know what I mean? And they hoist their expectations on you. And it's just weird. You can't really describe it unless you've been in it. And I'm not a woman, you know, and I can't imagine
Yeah.
how worse it is. You know what I mean? In this article, she talks about like, you know, as soon as some people who follow people, as soon as they say my boyfriend, or as soon as they get engaged, they are unfollowed or muted. Like,
Oh, well.
which is
Yeah.
insane. Like, you know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
insane, but like a very interesting behavior that's been coming up. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay. So it's not kind of what I was saying where it's like a weird, propaganda type rage bait. It's more so like what the second thing of what I was saying, which is more like why are people so weird about this kind of stuff on the internet?
okay, let me read you one like section from the article
Okay.
that kind of sums it up. All right. From my conversations, one thing is certain. The script is shifting. Being partnered doesn't affirm your womanhood anymore. It is no longer considered an achievement, and if anything, it's becoming more of a flex to pronounce yourself single. As a straight woman, we're confronting something that every other sexuality has had to contend with: the politicization of our identity. Heterosexuality has long been purposely indefinable, so it is harder for those within it and outside of it to critique. However, as our traditional roles begin to crumble, maybe we're being forced to reevaluate our blind allegiance to heterosexuality. You know what I'm saying?
Got it. Okay. So yeah, I get it. It's one of these just kind of like the status quo isn't that I would be single or that I would be uh coupled up. It's more so just like why does everybody care
Yeah.
in the first place?
Mhm. You know what I saw on socials when this article came out? Because it was not like what this article was trying to explain. People just got the headline, took the headline and
True.
took that as what they thought what the article was about. Having a boyfriend is embarrassing, as in like women don't need one, which you don't. I mean, you could be independent. That's your choice, right? Um, but like women were taking that as like, I don't, Vogue was right. I don't need a man. I don't need a boyfriend. I'm going to listen to Vogue. But they didn't read the article. So they just
Yeah.
read the headline, which throws it away. It's kind of like when we do the Am I the Asshole bits. You just read the headline, not knowing what
Yeah.
the story's going
True.
to be about.
Yeah, it's Jennifer Lawrence was talking about like the new movie she's in. They're doing PR for it now with Robert Pattinson. She was talking about him, and she's like, "Oh, he's great. A lot of male co-stars will hold a grudge when you don't want to fuck.
Yeah.
But he wasn't
For
like that. This,
for
that, and the other.
context, well, let's give context here of
Yeah,
what she was talking about. They had they didn't have a an intimacy coach on
right,
set for that scene.
right. hmm
So continue.
yeah, yeah. So people were taking that quote that she made, and in the comments, all you see is like, "Oh, so he asked though, right? He still asked though, right?" And it's just like, bro, that's not what she's saying. You know what I mean? Like, just read the context clues. Have a ninth grade, 10th grade reading level at least. Like derive the meaning of what somebody is saying as opposed to just taking the one sentence and imposing like what you think she means on there. It's the same thing with this article where they're just completely taking the headline and making it into something that it wasn't intended to mean at all.
Yeah.
All right, that's the end of quick hitters. And now we
Oh, that
have
was quick hitters. I thought we were.
that was the
It
end.
Whoops.
it felt we did have a lot of topics, but the last few we kind of went on a bit
Yeah,
longer
yeah.
with them.
I guess we're just long-winded. Shame on us, I guess.
Yeah.
But now is the part of the show where we delve into a little bit of a juicier stories that happened last week. Did you guys hear the breaking news that happened right before this podcast?
Yes.
No,
Steph, you didn't hear?
no.
Supreme Court said, fuck Kim Davis.
Oh,
Fucking
that.
Davis.
There's a lot of breaking news that happens every day,
Yes.
man.
That's true.
United States of America. Middle finger to Kim Davis. Raggedy person. Oh, you were gonna go there. You I held back.
Listen.
Derek did not.
Yeah.
I don't make it a habit to call women bitches, okay? Unless I know them and I'm being playful, and half the time I'm saying it to a guy. But Kim Davis deserves it.
Yeah, if you didn't hear, Kim Davis's appeal to overturn gay marriage, and Kim Davis, if you didn't hear, is the clerk that denied same-sex couples from certifying their marriage certificates, right? Because she claimed religious exemption. She can't put her name on it because she doesn't believe in that. And she appealed all the way up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court denied her request to hear her case. So as of now, gay marriage is still safe. We're recording this on October 10th. It's safe for now. It's a win. A win is a win. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. And then that happened right before we were about to record. And I do want to mention it because it feels as though there has been some sort of blue shift in the air lately with all the Mandani stuff like that. It's like, wait, is this what hope feels like? I'm starting to be a little bit more hopeful nowadays.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I trust the Supreme Court completely, especially the way that it's made up now. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it's good. I think the concern here, ironically, was that this would be a slippery slope, right? The right loves to talk about the slippery slope in regards to gun control, gun reform, right? And then the minute that Trump started his second term, it's been nothing but a slippery slope. Not for guns, but for democracy. A few months ago when they overturned, what was it that they overturned?
Roe v. Wade?
Roe v. Wade.
When they overturned Roe v. Wade, the concern was, okay, they're coming for everything else. They're coming for all the other progress that marginalized groups, women, have gained, over the past 50 years since the civil rights movement and all that. And this was the next big topic up for discussion, right? Are they going to overturn gay marriage? And to what extent does that allow them to have some sort of ruling on interracial marriage, right? And if I remember correctly, the black justice was the one on the Supreme Court, was the one that even talked about that, right? Like, even he's the one that is married to a white woman that even talked about like interracial marriage and hinting towards that. So it's good to see that right now they deny to even hear that case to overturn gay marriage. I wish maybe there was a decision, right? Like that they actually would have heard the case and ruled against it completely. And I think that would have been a little bit more solidified. But we'll take what we can get right now and just consider this a win.
Clarence Thomas, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Here's the thing about Clarence Thomas. Here's the thing. Steph, do you know about Clarence Thomas?
I don't know about him now.
Clarence Thomas was what's his name? The one guy
George
that just got
Bush.
elected to the Supreme Court. Not Brian. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Who had a scandal? Oh my god.
Brett Kavanaugh.
Brett Kavanaugh before Brett Kavanaugh. He had a whole thing where a similar situation that happened to Brett Kavanaugh happened to Clarence Thomas. You know, the thing about Clarence Thomas is that he thinks he's pro-black, but he's not. It's like this weird like school of thought where he truly believes that if black people are considered equal, that there should be no like government assistance or government intervention in the advancement of Black people if we are truly equal. And every time we accept a quote unquote handout, that like we are considering ourselves less equal. That's what he believes. Mind you, he's an idiot, but that's beside the point because he wants to deny hundreds of years of history about like how things are still affect us to this day. But that's a whole other political podcast, right? I just Clarence Thomas, you prime example of the leopards wouldn't eat my face, that kind of thing. But that's a whole other podcast. So,
But you know what? In Clarence Thomas's defense, the leopards wouldn't make it into his multi-million-dollar RV that he got gifted by his billionaire friends.
that is true.
And likely the RV would probably be abroad somewhere as well, on one of the trips that he got to go on for free thanks to those billionaire friends. Right? So in his defense, the leopards wouldn't make it to him in the first place.
Clarence Thomas, you are not invited to this show. And neither is Kim Davis. So take that.
Yeah. Fuck
Listenership revoked. We sure got him, didn't we, guys?
We got him.
Guys, we got him.
Speaking of getting him, did you guys hear
Getting
what
him.
happened to Jeremy Renner?
I would like to steer back and talk about. I didn't get to talk about the gay marriage stuff.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Steph.
You missed me. I didn't get to talk about it. And my brother is gay. I take offense to that.
Wait, are
My
you?
brother is
why
gay
do you
and married.
hate
I
gay
take offense
people?
to that. Why do you hate gay people, Justin?
Wait, I don't hate gay people. Listen, wait. Hold on. Listen. Let me defend myself.
Bro.
Okay?
Bro.
Listen.
Okay, hold on. Before you go, for those of you watching, for those of you listening, Justin controls the soundboard. So he just played the Law and Order theme on himself.
Listen,
So,
I'm equal opportunity Law and Order theme.
hater.
You know what's
Oh,
funny
okay.
though? The amount of times we played this, I think we need a supercut of every time we played the Law and Order theme. But that's beside the point.
Yeah.
Steph, I'm
Yeah.
sorry for skipping you. Go ahead. What do you think?
You are forgiven. I just want to say, well, where is this Kim Davis from?
Kentucky, I'm pretty sure, right?
Kentucky. Okay.
Oh yeah, we glazed over a lot of Kim
yes.
Davis details.
Kentucky.
Yeah. So I assume she's Republican. I want to say that I've noticed a lot lately, and I'm going to speak directly to camera here. Hey, it seems like the right Republicans, not all, seem to be more obsessed with gay people than like the LGBTQ community gay people are, with each other. Do you have something to say? If you want, you can come out. We will respect your decision. Because over here we respect people who have those decisions of, coming out and being part of the LGBTQ community. It's a safe space over here. You should consider coming out with how obsessed you guys are about them. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. And real quick on Kim Davis. So Kim Davis, the woman who appealed to the Supreme Court to overturn gay marriage because it goes against the sanctity of marriage, has been married 4 times. Okay. She had her first husband that she divorced, her second husband that she divorced, her third husband that she had, she had a kid with the second husband and then divorced him. The third husband adopted the kid from the second marriage. Good for him. But then they got divorced. And then her fourth marriage, her fourth husband is the second husband. They got remarried again. So it's great to see that person who has respected the sanctity of marriage was the one to take that case to the Supreme Court and appeal on behalf of us that value marriage as much as she clearly does.
Shame.
What a character.
Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah. What a mess.
Oh my
Shame.
gosh. Remind me to make that on the soundboard. Shame from Game
Will
of
do.
Thrones.
Shame.
Oh
Will
my
do.
gosh. Dang
do.
it. Missed opportunity.
I'm gonna write down.
Write that down. I just
Write that down. Write
Write
that
that
down.
down.
like, dang, like, I very, very rarely do we find people with actual hate in their hearts. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I
Mhm.
can't. I'm not even gonna bother changing your mind, man. You're just like fucking over everyone, and Kim Davis falls
Yeah.
in that category for me.
Some people just can't change their minds, and you can't even have a conversation with them without them getting so pissed off.
Mm-hmm. Speaking
Mhm.
of having a
Sorry.
conversation, did you guys see what happened to Jeremy Renner?
I did when
Yeah.
Derek sent it. That's when I found out.
Why'd you say it with that tone? What do I have to do with it?
Because Derek is a
Yeah, what
fan of
the?
Jeremy Renner. Derek
Oh
had the
God.
Jeremy Renner app. I'm exposing you right here
He
on
did
the
have an app,
pod.
right?
Yeah.
Because Chris Hemsworth had an app too,
That
right?
was
But
it
so
was
did
a whole
Jeremy Renner.
era of celebrities having apps where you just
Apps.
like follow along their daily routine. It was a whole thing.
Kim
Anyways,
Kardashian with the Hollywood game.
oh, that is probably the best celebrity app. To be honest
I
with you,
loved that game when it came out, I will say.
great
So
time.
RIP to that game.
Derek, I'll let you introduce this story. What happened with Jeremy Renner, and is he
Yeah.
canceled? Are we getting a Hawkeye season 2?
You know, based off of the reception to the story and how it has failed to take off, I don't think he's canceled. So for everybody watching, listening that may not be up to date, Jeremy Renner was in a romantic relationship with a woman that is 20 years younger than him, who was also his filmmaking partner on a couple of projects. She was unhappy with him regarding like his promotion of the film, or his lack of promotion of those projects. You know, a couple of things basically. One night he was in this alcohol fueled rage at his Nevada home. She was so scared to the point that she locked herself in a bathroom. She's fine. Nothing happened to her. He didn't do anything to her or anything like that, but it was just a very frightening time. Fast forward a bit from there, she called him out about that, and he responded with that immigration would be notified. We don't know what came after notified in that text chain because she didn't want to share that, probably to keep some, private information private. But essentially what it amounts to is that he threatened to call immigration on her. So a couple of things about this that sticks out to me is that he has a bit of a pattern of a couple of patterns here. One, substance abuse, right? This isn't the first time he was called out by a romantic partner regarding his substance abuse filled rage. Two, he dates women that are significantly younger than him, right? It's not illegal. I know what you weirdos out there are going to talk about that. Oh, well, it's not wrong because it's not illegal. She's of age. I'm sorry. Something doesn't have to be illegal to be weird. Okay. And when you're a 50-something-year-old man, you should be dating 50-somethings, 40-somethings, maybe 30-something-year-old people. But there's no reason you should be dating someone in their 20s and you are 54, right? That is a major red flag. Fellas, if you are in your 50s and you can only date people that are way younger than you, that's a you problem, okay? That's a skill issue, okay? And then juxtaposing this with his ex-wife's allegations regarding their divorce, and again the substance abuse, the rage-induced substance use, the substance-induced rage. It doesn't bode well for him as a person. So I don't think we're getting a Hawkeye season 2 for just the fact that I don't think people want to see Clint Barton anymore. But this just kind of seals the deal for me that, they're just definitely not going to bring him back now.
What? Do they bring him back and he dies in Doomsday or Secret Wars?
Dies off
Did
screen?
he get a chair? I don't remember.
Oh.
I don't
Did he?
think he got a chair actually
Or
in
did Kate
Doomsday.
Bishop get a chair? Haley Steinfeld.
I think she got a chair.
Let's
Oh, maybe she
check.
didn't.
Somebody vamp while I look this up. Hold on.
I'll go off on this. So yeah, I agree. I don't think that anyone is wants to see Clint Barton again in
Yeah.
Hawkeye. If there is a Hawkeye season 2, it would be Kate Bishop as Hawkeye. Um, and also I agree with the whole like 20 years younger, 30 years younger difference. I find that to be insane. Because it's like, okay, that's like getting close to like my parents' age. That's kind of weird, right? If
Hmm.
I were to do that, that's weird. So,
Yeah.
not a fan.
Yeah, and it's not to say that you can't be significantly far apart in age and it not be a genuine, healthy, good thing, right?
Mhm.
Like Dane Cook, for example, his wife there's a big age difference there, but they both have been gone on record and made fun of like the criticism that they've gotten for that, right? Like it seems a lot more genuine, it seems a lot more normal. It's a red flag when something inevitably comes out, because that's what I mean. It's a red flag, right?
Mhm.
You always hear of these dramas, these issues with people that are like this. So more often than not, like it is kind of like a, hey, pay attention here. It's not to say that they're all doomed, but more often than not, I've seen it be doomed.
So it looks like Jeremy Renner is not in Doomsday. So I don't think this affects Doomsday. Most likely, any Avenger who's not in Doomsday, I'm just assuming they're going to be in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Um,
Could be. Yeah.
so maybe. So like, Secret Wars comes out in 2027.
Yes.
This, it's the story's already dying down.
I
Hmm.
don't even think it, like Derek said, I don't think it even saw light. Like I didn't hear
Yeah,
anything about it until Derek showed me, and I went to the Instagram page, and I didn't even see it on my feed, like anything
interesting.
else about it until after I saw it on her page, right?
Hmm.
Like then I opened up Instagram later that day and I scrolled and I found something about it. Not even like I didn't
Hmm.
even see people like post it on their stories or anything. Like it's
Right.
just not getting around.
Which is
Honestly, it's
unfortunate. Oh, go ahead, Derek.
yeah. No, I think it's unfortunate, but I agree with you there. I think it's just Jeremy Renner in general has winded down. It's fizzled out for him in general, right? So it's not like he had was on top of the world. It's not a Johnny Depp situation where it was, it's like, oh shit, Johnny Depp got canceled, right?
Mhm.
I think this is just kind of like, okay, whatever. The
Yeah.
last thing I heard about this guy, he almost died, and then he released a book, which is again unfortunate, right? But even after the book came out, it was just like a few days of people talking about go read his book. Oh my god, and then that's it. The book, by the
Yeah.
way, is terrible. I gave up reading it a couple chapters in because it reads exactly how you would expect a divorced 50-something-year-old man who is dating a 20-something-year-old would write. It's messy, it's weird, it's very much like, look how cool I am, but I don't know, it's just a weird book for me to read. But after that, he's got Mayor of Kingstown, that show, and even that really hasn't popped off. From what I hear, it's a good show, but it's not really that popular of a show. So I think his career is just at its end naturally, and this just kind of is gonna help solidify it for the next couple of years, and then maybe he'll have a comeback when he gets fully gray in the head.
Like, that's the thing about like people who play superheroes. You can just wait a couple years and just put on the suit if you're not dead.
Yeah,
Even Chris Evans came back as the Human Torch.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like it's not. I don't think this is the end of Hawkeye,
yeah.
but I have a hard time. I guess what I'm saying is like I don't anticipate there being a happy ending to the story on what's her name's part, the director's part, because it feels like no one's talking about this story.
No.
No
Yeah,
one is,
yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah, which is very
But
unfortunate.
I do have a question though. Is uh did he threaten to call ICE because like she's here on like green card or something, or like is
We don't
she
know.
just we
We
don't
don't
know?
know. So
Okay.
so she provided the journalists with text messages
Mhm.
and photos and stuff like that. So the part where he says that immigration will be informed, it cuts off after that. So we don't know exactly what he threatened to call immigration for, but the idea is like you shouldn't be calling immigration for
Yeah.
anything. Well, like
Yeah,
True.
of
what the
course.
fuck? Yeah.
Yeah. Real messed up
Yeah.
stuff.
I would just find it funny if she was, like, already a US citizen and, like, he was like, "Let me
Yeah.
threaten to call ICE." She's already a US
Oof.
citizen, so,
A
like
little racism in with
Yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of racism, oh, this is this has nothing to do
Uh-oh.
with racism. Did you guys get the new Starbucks cup that just came out? Did you guys hear?
I'm just thinking about speaking of racism, did you see the Bear Starbucks cup? What a
Listen,
segue.
listen. It was a good transition in my head. Hold on. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Speaking of racism, do you see what they did to these bears?
Are you saying like a white bear and a black bear type?
No, you did. You
But you
did.
implied it.
Wow.
Anyways, Starbucks came out with these new fancy cups that everyone is obsessed over. The problem is they are giving like almost 2 to 3 to 4 bottles per store, and people are very, very upset. So, Derek, did you get a chance to get the brand new Starbucks Bear Cup?
I unfortunately did not. I was not able to get my hands on this baby sippy cup from Starbucks. No.
The honey bottle cup, basically.
Yeah.
Literally, basically, which I'm kind of surprised. I just,
I
it's
don't understand the hype.
2025 and we're still arguing about Starbucks cups. Why
There's an
is
obsession.
Why is the Starbucks cup the battle of politics every single fucking year? Why?
Yeah.
Remember when
It's
they
the
just
holidays.
gave out red cups and people were upset? People were like, how dare you? When you could write on the cup, the whole purpose of the cup was that you could put your own design on it. Why are we always arguing about Starbucks? I thought we were boycotting Starbucks. Is this a thing? Are we not doing the boycott anymore? Like,
That's what I mean. Everyone forgets. Everyone
Mhm.
forgets about it, or they just ignore it, but mostly forget, and they just move
Yeah.
on with their day. Because at the end of the day, I mean, they always drink Starbucks, right? And so they're not gonna like, oh, then something happened. They're like, oh, I'm gonna boycott it for like 2 months, and then they're like, I'm really craving something from Starbucks, and they forget
Yeah.
that 2 months happened, and then they go
And
back.
to be fair though, I don't think a lot of the Karens that were looking for this Starbucks cup were boycotting in the first place. Like
Yeah.
they don't strike me to be the
True.
demographic to boycott Starbucks in the first
I mean,
place.
but okay. I I just I'm just confused. I'm confused why this is the battleground. The Bear Cup.
Yeah.
Why? I don't
Yeah.
it's not even that good of a cup.
It
They
doesn't even
people
fit
on
in the
Tik
cup holder in the car.
Yeah, people on TikTok found
Yeah.
the exact cup on Amazon.
Yeah.
And it's cheaper on Amazon just to get the cup. Are you kidding me? Like
Yeah.
why? I
It's
don't understand why.
Yeah.
consumerism.
It has
Steph,
to
did
be
you Oh, go ahead, Derek.
it has to be some sort of subliminal brain thing that Starbucks like studied, and they were like, "Oh, Labubus, and this is kind of Labubu
Labubu.
shaped, and like it's gonna trigger the same parts of the brain that are gonna make people go crazy about it. Release that cup." Oh, but sir, it's on Amazon. It's a cheap design. It's kind of stupid. It's not ergonomic. It doesn't fit in cup holders. Doesn't matter. We're just trying to make money, and that's what happened here. Because this is why would anybody buy this cup?
Yeah.
Just to
Consumerism, like I
have it.
said. Just to
Just
have
to
it.
have it.
It's like you see a lot of people want it, and then you're like, "Oh, maybe I want it." And so you go like, "Oh, this thing is popular. Why is it popular? I kind of want it now." And so then you go and try and buy it, right? And
Yeah.
speaking of like with coffee companies and promo stuff, the Wicked Munchkin tin from Dunkin'. That's another thing. I mean,
The
people.
Wicked Munchkin tin? What are you
Yeah, so
talking
there's
about?
for Wicked for Good, they collabed with Dunkin'. You know how they have Munchkins, right? And Munchkins in Wizard of Oz. They have a tin that's like decorated like Wizard of Wicked, and it has Munchkins in it, themed Wicked Munchkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually
Ah,
really cute. And you know
Yeah.
what? I good for the people that got their hands on it. I did not try to attempt to get it, because I don't need it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But you know what? That makes sense, and it's like a collab with the
yeah,
movies. Like that's part of the movie landscape now. It's like if it's a big movie, they're gonna make money with all these collabs, right? Fantastic
hmm,
Four did it, Superman did it,
yep,
and they're getting significant amounts of revenue coming from these types of deals. So like I appreciate that, even if you're not gonna, whether you're a collector, whether you just like Dunkin' Donuts, doesn't matter. This at least has a utility to it where you can use it for like storage or whatever. But even if you want to just collect it, you collect it, bro. You collect
yeah,
tins, great.
yeah,
But the Starbucks thing has no connection to any other sort of IP. It's literally just a cup. If you collect Starbucks cups, great. That's awesome for you, right?
yeah,
But this is not happening. This isn't getting blown out of proportion because of the collectors. This is getting blown out of proportion because, like what is it? The Stanley cups.
Stanley's, yeah,
This is like the Stanley cups all over again, where it's kind of
oh
like,
my gosh.
are we
Why?
that late stage capitalism that we're just like collecting things to be like, I'm not poor, I'm not in massive amounts of debt, I'm not miserable in my life, give me that Starbucks cup, baby. And
yeah.
it's just, I don't know, maybe I'm just getting too old for this shit, and I gotta wrap it up here and just call it a day and
Too old
accept
for this
accept
shit.
the world,
But you know
accept the
what that
world for what
reminded
it
me of?
is.
I saw a video the other day of someone going to, you know how like you do like a pickup order sometimes at Dunkin' or Starbucks, or like when you're ordering online, they'll leave it on the counter for you, right? This girl filmed the counter at her Starbucks. It was filled with just coffee orders, just so many coffee orders. And it's like, holy shit. This
Mhm.
is at Starbucks. I was like, damn. Who's placing these orders? What is
It
going
was all
on?
a plan. It was all
Crazy.
their
I've never
plan.
even seen like Dunkin' like that.
Yeah. Yeah, my first job was Taco Bell. My second job was out of Starbucks. And when I see Starbucks workers now, and I see them scrambling to get all the orders the in-person orders, the mobile orders from the app, all that stuff, it's significantly different, right? Because I worked at Starbucks 15 years ago, right? So it was a while ago. They didn't have an app. If they had maybe a rewards program, that's about it. Um, so, it's not like what it is today where it's literally just transactional. Back
Yeah.
15 years ago, they actually had cups if you wanted to have your coffee there. So it was a ceramic mug or a glass cup for your frappuccino or whatever,
Hmm.
right? And we would wash them in the back when you were done with it. They had
Yeah.
plates for the pastries.
It was like an actual
Um,
coffee shop,
it was an actual coffee shop
like cafe.
with
Yeah.
that was trying to be the third place, they call it, which is
Yeah.
like
Ah.
it's not your work, it's not your home, it's not school, it's a third place for you to be, kind of relax and enjoy. That doesn't exist anymore. You go into any Starbucks now and it's just a Dunkin' Donuts but dressed up a little bit nicer. That's about it.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Interesting.
And you know what? I've had Starbucks and Dunkin', and I honestly prefer Dunkin's coffee. I just
For
like
the price, yeah. It's
for the
worth it.
price and
Yeah.
just I don't know. I just enjoy it better. I also have a Dunkin's reward.
Wow, hot
There's
take.
just so many around here. I live in New England,
It's
guys.
it's the New
Stop
England. Yeah, I was
doxing
just gonna say
yourself.
that.
New
No,
England is
no,
huge.
Steph,
New
no,
England is like 5
no,
states, Justin.
no.
New England ranges from like Maine all the way down to Connecticut.
I
That's
can't
all of New
believe
England.
you doxed yourself. Anyways,
Weirdos on the internet are like, she lives in the United States.
got her, got her.
We
Got
got
him.
her. We got her,
Oh.
fellas.
um, I think we have time for one. Am I the asshole? But it's not an Am I the asshole? It's a one from a different subreddit. It's called Am I Overreacting? So we have to judge if this person is Am I Reacting? For those who are listening for the first time, I read the title of the
We have
Reddit
to judge
story.
if what? We have to
If
judge
they
if
are
what?
overreacting. Am
Wait,
I
say it again. I didn't
overreacting?
hear you.
Yeah.
Am I
didn't hear you.
overreacting?
Whoa, I think you're
Jeez.
overreacting, bro. I just asked a question.
Whoa, take it easy,
You know
bro. No
what?
need to
You know
Take it easy.
what?
overreact.
Whoa,
I'm
just take
tired
it
of
easy,
this.
man.
I'm tired of this. Anyways, am I overreacting? She shit
Yes.
with me in the shower.
Oh my god!
You were waiting to say this. You could not.
You were holding it in. That's why you couldn't get the am I reacting out, right? Because
Yes.
that's why you said it, because you were so hyped to get this to the headline.
Yes. Okay. Do you think that she's overreacting? She shit with me in the shower.
Okay. I already understand how this is being framed versus what happened. So
oh gosh.
I will say no, because it's just
She's not overreacting.
or yes. Right. No. The person is not overreacting, but I
Okay.
will say that it's not as bad as what the title makes it sound like.
Okay. Steph, what's your answer?
So I want to, her friend shit in the shower, and she's like, "Oh, that's gross," type thing. Like she was overreacting about that. I say
You just have to go
that-
off the title.
I say,
Am I
Derek,
overreacting?
you said,
She shit with me in the shower.
Derek, did you say not overreacting?
Man, the overreacting one is weird with the double negative.
Yeah.
I said she is not overreacting. Yeah.
She's okay. Then I agree. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, she's not overreacting.
Yeah. I just think it's not as bad as what it sounds like in the title.
Right.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Hello, long-time lurker, first-time poster. Throwaway, because I don't want this affiliated with my main. I, female 22, have been dating this girl, female 21, for about 3 months, and it's been great. The only red flag I've seen before this was she was a bit messy, leaving things around without putting them away, including trash. Anyway, yesterday we went to a karaoke club, got super wasted, and she spilled her drink all over us. No big deal. We went to my apartment. We were in the shower. Nothing sexy or anything. We were too drunk for that. But I remember looking down and there was a streak on the bottom of the shower. And I asked her what it was. I shit you not. She said, she said,
Oh my god. It is what it sounded like.
She said, oopsie, I did a poopsie.
No!
And pushed a ball of shit into the drain of
Oh my god!
I didn't know what to say. I kind of just stood there. This chick really just pooped. I told myself that she was drunk and we could talk about it tomorrow. Fast forward to this morning. We woke up. I could not get what I saw yesterday out of my head. And so I tried to keep it light and laugh about the pooping. Maybe try to get into the toilet into the future. And she goes on to explain that she just feels comfortable with me and doesn't want to hide who she is anymore. I asked if she poops in the shower all the time. She does. I asked if she could refrain from doing so in my shower, and she agreed. I just feel like I can't move past this and look at her the same and kind of want to break up with her. Am I overreacting?
Wait, no, you're not
No,
overreacting.
You're not
at all.
overreacting.
That's exactly what I pictured when you said the title was happening.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
I thought that the title sounded like what was happening. Okay. What ended up happening. But I thought what it was just like written poorly. So what was happening was that she was in the shower and then her girlfriend came in and on the toilet shat
Yeah.
while
Nope.
the shower she was taking a shower.
No.
I thought that's what
Oopsie.
this was going to
No,
be.
that's not what I pictured.
Oops.
It
yeah,
also-
did a
it also-
poopsie.
almost like too funny to be real, but I also really want it to be real.
Yeah.
Why would you lie about this? Why would
don't
you
know.
lie?
I don't know, but that's really funny. But the title also read as like they were both pooping in the shower together. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's
So
not
many ways that
possible.
title could have gone.
So many ways. Yeah.
I can't.
Oh,
Not
God.
overreacting.
Not overreacting?
Yeah, not overreacting at all. That's gross.
No.
And she does it normally?
Normally?
That's disgusting. Yeah.
Normally. What the
Chat,
fuck?
if you're watching this or listening to this right now, let us know. Do you shit in the shower?
I
Let us
don't
know
want
in
to
the
know.
comments.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Oh my gosh.
Let's start with you,
just-
Derek. Do you?
No, man.
That
You
was a
hesitate
long
there. I don't know.
pause. That was
That
a
was a long
really
pause.
long pause.
I don't know about that, man.
I was trying to think of something clever to say, but this is just so shocking that my brain
This is
is
so
not.
bad. This is so bad. I just have one thing to say. ICE will be notified. That's the end of our show. Thank you so much for listening. Follow us on all the socials. That's TikTok, Twitter, Blue Sky, YouTube, all that stuff. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.